those who don't know what shadow work is, your shadow self is basically, the part of you or the side of you wherein you hold all the negative attributes. So, every human
Okay.
being has a positive side and a negative side, right? We just have to embrace it. We just don't have to push it under the rug because it keeps rearing its head. Feelings like jealousy, malice, anything as such, can be counted. Anger, frustration, these are all your shadow selves. So, in shadow work, what you basically do is you recognize all these negative traits that you have. You think of it as a second person who's sitting in front of you and having a conversation and working towards it, that why do you have it? If, say, for example, if you have a trait where you lie a lot, there are a lot of people who lie a lot,
Okay.
right? But
Mhm.
why do you lie a lot? Because you were not born with that trait, right? This is something that you developed on the
Yeah.
way. So there's only one feeling you're born with, that's love. There's nothing else. Uh, so if you have developed this trait in you, this so-called negative trait, it's still a part of you. So
Mhm.
you can ask yourself that why have I developed this trait? So it requires a lot of journaling, a lot of inward work, introspection. So you keep asking and then you keep resolving. It's a long process. I think I spent close to 6-7 years doing it. So yeah, that has been the journey till date.
Okay. Very interesting. So you started with the meditation, then Reiki, then comes to psychic word, then yeah. So there are a lot of things happen in your life,
Yes,
especially you're trying to fight with your depression and things like that. So
yes.
the one thing that I am interested right now, which is your shadow self, right? So can you just tell me a little bit more about that? And so this first time that I'm hearing this concept called shadow self.
So, as I said, we all have these negative traits and positive traits in us, right? And then we have a lot of uh, things that happen to us on a day-to-day life basis, right? And that affects us
Okay.
emotionally if we're not detached. So what happens
Mm-hmm.
is all of these memories, especially if they are bad, they tend are being tend to get attached to them. And then
Mm-hmm.
over a period of time, it creates a lot of blockages. So I'll give you one example. I've had incidences in my life in my early childhood wherein I had these were really bad experiences, which I had completely blocked out from my memory. Right. So even if
Okay.
I thought that I would want to recollect them, immediately it would not come to me because they were so bad. And it happens, it has even met that it happens that whenever you have a very traumatic incident happening with you, sometimes your brain tends to completely shut down that part of memory. So when I
Mm-hmm. Okay.
started working on it, I came face to face with all of these, I would call them demons. So you come in
Mm-hmm.
face to face with all of these demons and then you actually process
Okay.
them. The first thing is acknowledge that they exist. Acknowledge that something
Mm-hmm.
like this is in you or has happened to you. Okay. And try to be impartial towards it. Of course, because when those memories flood in or when those situations flood in, it's very okay to feel angry, frustrated, sad, and it's okay. Feel all of those emotions. As I said, it takes time. Feel all of those emotions, process it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then go one step ahead every day. Don't stay stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just process it that it has happened. So acknowledge, process, and then start sitting in front of it and have discussions that why are you being so affected by it? What is in it that is making you so affected? And in a lot of cases, what will happen is a third party would be involved. There would be a second person, there would be a third person who's involved, right? Uh, Sometimes, as kids, if people misbehave with us, we tend to latch on to it. As kids, we probably might forget if we've gotten a bad gift, but we will never forget how someone has treated us. And during those early times, it's very easy to form very strong opinions. Although people think that, बच्चे हैं, इनको समझ में नहीं आता है, but kids do tend to hang on to a lot of things. Um, so just understand what these things are. And as I said, when there are other people involved, so there has to be a lot of forgiveness, which has to be practiced. And that is, I feel, the most difficult part. It's not